Thank you for clicking on this video. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there lived a girl named Lily. From the outside, her home looked normal. Pretty curtains, tidy gardens, family dinners every Sunday. But inside, things were not what they seemed. Lily grew up feeling invisible. Her father rarely looked at her with warmth. Her mother's words often cut deeper than any knife. Why can't you be like your cousins? Look at them, successful, confident. And look at you. Every time Lily heard those words, something inside her broke. She wanted so badly to make them proud. She longed for even one moment of approval. But no matter what she did, it was never enough. Crescent moon shadows of childhood. As a little girl, Lily loved drawing. She dreamed of colors, houses by the sea, and skies filled with birds. One day, she showed her father a sketch she had made. It was a small cottage with flowers in the window. She looked at him, her eyes shining with hope. But he only glanced at it and muttered, "This will never put food on the table. Stop wasting your time." Her heart sank. The paper slipped from her hands. For days she stopped drawing. Her dream, like a fragile bird, was locked in a cage. School, she tried to shine. She studied harder than most, but her grades were only average. Whenever her report card came home, her mother sighed. "Your cousins get top marks. What is wrong with you?" The comparisons never stopped. And slowly, Lily began to believe there truly was something wrong with her. Christmas tree, the Christmas of tears. Holidays were the hardest. Christmas in her house was loud, full of food, music, and laughter. But for Lily, it was a night of humiliation. She would sit quietly in the corner of the table. Her parents would praise her cousins one by one. "He's going to medical school. She just got promoted." Then silence when it came to Lily. A silence louder than all the laughter. But one Christmas changed everything. Her mother, glass of wine in hand, announced in front of everyone, "Lily won't be joining us anymore. She needs to figure her life out." The room went still. Relatives looked away. Some coughed nervously. And Lily, she sat frozen, her cheeks burning. She did not cry, not in front of them. She excused herself, went to her room, closed the door and collapsed. Tears streamed down her face. Her pillow soaked with pain. That night, she realized she wasn't just excluded from the dinner table. She was excluded from belonging. Milky Way, a spark of resolve. On New Year's morning, fireworks still echoed outside. But inside her small room, Lily whispered to herself, "Enough. I will no longer beg for love. I will no longer chase approval. I will build a life so bright, they will have no choice but to see me." That was the day everything began to change. Fire, the road of struggle. The journey was not easy. At first, she had no money, no contacts, no encouragement. But she had one thing: determination. She took odd jobs and saved every penny. At night, she studied for hours, business, marketing, communication. Her room, once dark and silent, now glowed with the blue light of her laptop at 3 a.m. There were nights when loneliness crushed her. She cried silently, missing the warmth of family. She longed for a mother's hug, a father's proud smile. But then she remembered her mother's voice. "You'll never be good enough." Instead of breaking her, those words became fire in her veins. "I'll prove you wrong," she told herself. "I'll prove it to the world, and to me." Seedling, building stone by stone. Step by step, Lily grew. She started a small online business selling handmade products. First, no one noticed. Orders were rare. But she refused to quit. Her friends mocked her. Relatives called it a silly hobby. But Lily kept going. She told herself, "Every stone I lay today will build the staircase of tomorrow. One day, this will be a mountain." Years passed. Her business grew slowly. She built a small team. Her tiny bedroom office turned into a real company space. And then it happened. One morning, her name appeared in Forbes magazine. The headline read, "From Rejection to Radiance. The Rise of Lily. Sun behind small cloud, the day of reckoning." The magazine made its way into her parents' kitchen. Her father picked it up with shaking hands. Her mother stared at the cover in disbelief. There was their daughter. Confident, radiant, smiling. The same daughter they had excluded from Christmas. The same daughter they had dismissed as worthless. Her mother's eyes filled with tears. Her father opened his mouth, but no words came. The silence between them was heavy, filled with regret. And Lily, she no longer needed their apology. Her success had already spoken louder than words. Hibiscus, the legacy of Lily. When people asked her, "Lily, how did you do it? What was your secret? How did you rise when everyone pushed you down?" She would pause, her eyes glistening, her voice steady yet soft. Then she smiled and answered, "I stopped begging for love in places where it never lived. I stopped measuring myself against those who never saw my worth. I built myself stone by stone, tear by tear, day by day. And I discovered that consistency, not raw talent, is what turns wounds into wisdom, and pain into unstoppable power." Her words touched broken hearts everywhere. Her story traveled across the world like a lantern carried through darkness. She became not just a speaker but a healer, a mentor for every soul that had ever been told, "You are not enough." And every Christmas, when her parents sat in silence, their eyes filled with regret, their hearts heavy with unspoken apologies, Lily was far away, laughing, glowing, surrounded by a new family. Not the family she was born into, but the family she chose. Friends who loved her, supporters who believed in her, and people who saw her light long before the world did. Glowing star moral of the story: rejection is not your ending. Sometimes it is your very beginning. What shatters you today can become the spark that ignites your tomorrow. What breaks your heart can one day give strength to millions. Remember this: Sparkle's consistency will always outshine talent. Sparkle's perseverance will always silence doubt. Sparkles, and sometimes the very hands that try to bury you, are the reason you rise higher than they ever imagined. So carry your stone today, carry another tomorrow, and one day you will build your own mountain of success, place where no one can ever take away your light. Because those who rise from rejection do not just survive a shame, they become unbreakable. They become free. Both.
Thanks for watching PastQuest. If you enjoyed the journey into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the past. See you in the next quest.